Comedian Jamie Lissow. You can hear him every morning on the Brother Wease Show on 95.1 The Fox in lovely Rochester, which is behind him, or listen online at Wease.com. Hey, Jamie, what do you make of this guy? Obama has already asked him to resign, and he hasn't. He seems to live in his own little world, like Rochester.
Yeah, he really does. But I'll tell you what, man, I don't think this guy's crazy. But I will say I think for certain he doesn't really understand the ticket scalping laws in Illinois.
Yeah, that is true.
You know, you got to be 500 feet from the Senate floor. He's also selling Celine Dion tickets for $1,500. This guy's crazy.
Which is absolutely nuts. Hey, Jamie, here's my definition of insanity. When you don't know you have crazy hair. He has crazy hair, and he keeps it, therefore he is crazy. Am I right?
I think you're right, and I think why were they even bothering with wiretapping? Why didn't they just hide a boom microphone in his hair?
That is so true. What Portugal did is as caring as it is not uncaring. Hey, Jamie, I go to you first because you're in Rochester.
I don't know if you saw this today in the news. They said if Portugal didn't step up, Angelina Jolie said she would adopt all 200 released suspects.
Yeah.
A substitute teacher has been fired after she told her class that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Right. Jamie, you just had a new baby. Congratulations. These kids are 7 years old. What is the right age? Isn't that a little too old to believe in Santa?
I don't know. I feel like that's pretty young, you know. I don't know. I mean, you know what I was thinking? Maybe she could get a job teaching at a Jewish school. I don't know. Yeah. And I wanted to say, I totally understand what these kids are going through. You know, you grow up believing in something, and then it's shattered. I still remember when I was like, I bet I was about 7 years old, and my mom came into my room and explained to me that Social Security didn't really exist.
Really?
You know, and it was upsetting. I was like, where am I sending this money? You know, who's eating the cookies I'm leaving out?
It's true. Even if you stink, don't bathe in a sink. That's the message a California-based Kentucky Fried Chicken conveyed to 3 teenage employees, there's the hot one, who decided to take a dip in the eatery's tub-sized basin. See, I told you she's the hot one.
Greg, speaking of the girls at the KFC, I'll tell you who I think should get fired. I think a man named Dylan Darling should get fired. And that's the guy that wrote the article about these 3 girls at KFC. And I quote, "A trio of Anderson girls are in hot water with their fast food employer."
Yes.
Why not just keep going?
Be fired for being brilliant?
What is going to keep going? Like this is an original recipe for disaster? These kids deserve a finger licking. Good.
Nice. If they're executed, make them extra crispy. Oh, but don't worry. It's the totally cool teenage boy, old lady kind of underage nookie, which is why said skank only got a 2 to 4 year prison sentence for this so-called sexual assault. At least that's how New Hampshire Judge Robert Lynn saw it, and even acknowledged the double standard after presiding over a case involving 35-year-old Robin Mowry and a 15-year-old friend of her daughter. Hey, Jamie, the mom in this case is clearly crazy.
No, this story amazes me. I mean, nothing like this ever happened to me. Who knew that when you were over playing outside at your friend's house and your friend's mom came out and yelled, "Come and get it," she may have been talking about her hoo-ha.
Yeah, that is to put it in words that Bill can understand, they can make pictures on a screen of your dream, and you'll be able to record and replay them the next morning. Jamie, does this mean you won't need your dream journal anymore?
I don't know about that, Greg, but here's what I have prepared. Exactly what is the point of this? Yeah. To embarrass people? I don't want to have to explain myself. I'm not sure that I can. You know, I don't want to be sitting there with a bunch of scientists, you know, and we're all watching a monitor of my dream, and then I suddenly have to explain why I'm naked at the sink at KFC with 3 girls. And in the background, there's a chimpanzee wearing a chindo, and Oprah Winfrey's talking to my dad uncle. If Freud can't explain it, I don't see what kind of chance I have.